content creation and business tools I can't live without. Hi friends, thanks for joining me this week. I want to talk over a few of the favorite business tools that I have, not only for like the content creation part of the process, but client management and everything else involved as well. I think sometimes understanding how other people utilize certain tools in their business to make things efficient or to organize stuff helps open your eyes to systems that might work best for you. And given that a lot of us have shifted or changed a lot in our businesses, or maybe even grown in different ways, there are different tools that you can utilize to help keep yourself organized and on track when it comes to every part of your business. So I want to dive into some of my favorites, and I'll start with Airtable. Airtable is my absolute favorite system. As soon as I got my hands on Airtable almost 2 years ago, I have not let go of it since then. It's the best tool for organizing, structuring, and planning. The reason why I end up liking it for myself personally is because it is a spreadsheet type format, but it's like spreadsheets on crack. It's got like extra, sorting options, grouping options, color options, calendar views, all kinds of things that project management systems tend to have. But most importantly, it has the most function when it comes to looking at things in a spreadsheet. So if you're dealing with a lot of data, a lot of information and things that need to be organized, like in my case, sometimes we're dealing with a shot list that's got, 50, 100, 200 different types of shots, and we need to be able to organize it or group it by different categories, or maybe setups and things like that. So Airtable for me has been the most versatile in terms of keeping my business organized, but also I use it to keep my clients and their businesses organized as well. It allows me to intake their information through a form, and then I could take all that information, divide it into spreadsheets and sections that work for me and my team, so that the copywriter has all of the information she needs to copy and do all of the copy for emails and blogs and details like that. My graphics designer has an opportunity to see all of the specifics regarding the brands, the fonts, the colors, any of those things are important. And then we as a team am able to see everything as an overview for that client, making sure that it's all pulled together to be a successful marketing plan for them to have on their social media on a consistent basis. And we also deal with website and other things like that are important to keep control. So really overall, Airtable is like one of my favorite and best tools to use. It's probably the one thing I'll never let go of, because they continue to evolve and make working in Airtable that much easier. And I'm also able to work with those clients. So that's super important. When it comes to the actual content creation process, the next app that I like so much is Hyperlapse. Especially since TikTok and Reels has taken over the last year, it's become one of my favorite things to do because it allows me to quick record myself doing photo shoots and different behind the scenes parts of the process and working with clients, and capture all of that ahead of time, and then be able to save the video and go back and upload it to Reels. Reels does have the capability of you being able to do kind of a hyperlapse thing where you can speed up the task that you're doing or whatever you're doing in the video. But I like to use Hyperlapse because I personally like to batch my content, and sometimes it's hard to be able to do those things in the middle of a photo shoot where you actually have to stop, take the video, adjust the speed, and then save it. It's easier to have an app like Hyperlapse where you can set up a tripod, put your phone up, hit play, and it will record you doing everything, and then go back when it's done, hit stop, then go through and adjust it and save that video. Or you can just quickly save the video because it will recommend a speed based on the length of the video. So that's another one of my favorite tools. Again, super great, especially if you're doing a lot of video content or you have a lot of behind the scenes process. I know a lot of product businesses love doing this because they can do unboxing videos. They can do packing videos where they're packing stuff up and getting things ready to ship out. They can do the same thing when it comes to gifting the actual order and putting it all together in one box. It's very, very useful tool to use. So that's called Hyperlapse. My next content creation tool that I am absolutely loving this year is called Canva. Most of us are familiar with Canva. If you're not familiar with Canva for any reason, Canva is an excellent way to create graphics and content in a faster way than going through Photoshop. So Photoshop gives you a lot more depth when it comes to design and how you're going to use the video, if things need to be manipulated, if photo needs to be manipulated, all of those types of things. Don't get me wrong, Photoshop is a very necessary tool for photographers and any content creator. However, if you're creating graphics and things on a quicker basis and you're having to turn out a lot of content, tools like Canva can be very friendly because you can upload your high quality photos and video to Canva and utilize them to create your graphics. And they've even got some Reels features and more video friendly features that you can utilize within Canva so that you can create reels and things like that and be able to kind of continue to batch some of your content creation process, even though video and everything right now is still very manual. So my next favorite tool is Plan That. Plan is a online system that is coordinated and set up for you to be able to push out your content. It's just like other platforms that are very similar, like Planoly, and I think there's another Plan version of an app, but I use Plan That, which I really like because of their visual setup. For me, it works really nicely too because I can see things on a better visual calendar. I know a lot of systems are updating. Even Tailwind has come out with an updated view of being able to see your content and how things are scheduled that works very similar to how Plan is. But currently Plan is what we've been using. It also has had less bugs. I've noticed a lot this year that some of the other systems that my clients are using have had some bugs where it forgot to notify us if, one of the two of us wasn't logged in on our phone, the content didn't auto post. And so there were some things like that were struggling. So Plan's been the system I've been using a lot this year. And again, I really like it because of its visibility, but it was also one of the first ones to connect and allow you to schedule TikTok and Reels. Now, you had to manually post everything, but it at least allowed you the capability of being able to organize and schedule the Reels videos in one place. And that way you could then have it notify you to remind you to go through and post your Reels that you've decided to batch. And this leads me to my next one, and that is Flick. F-L-I-C-K. I love Flick because Flick is great for hashtags. Majority of people have caught on to the fact that you can still utilize hashtags, and if anything, it's only adjusted to now at this moment here in December of 2021 that having a 5 key hashtags for your brand, for your industry, for your product or service is what's trending most right now. So not doing 30, but doing 5. And Flick is excellent for that because you can actually go in and research to see if you're getting the right kind of hashtags and the ones that give you the actual potential to be able to grow. So you can go in and search for something like, hashtag Scottsdale marketing or anything like that and find it that it will pull up that particular hashtag, but also any of them that are relative to that one. So you can also search through and then see how many times a day someone's posting to that particular hashtag, whether or not there's opportunity for potential reach, or because there are so many posts being posted to that, your reach is dropped and it will be high competition type hashtag. So you can really analyze the hashtags and know and feel confident in selecting certain hashtags and even groups of hashtags that are going to work well for your business to make sure that you're posting and your hashtag reach is as successful as it can be. And then another favorite of mine is being a part of template memberships so that you can get access to templates, because you might have a Canva account, but sometimes going through and creating the templates is half the battle. It takes a lot of time and a lot of detail and a lot of fixes. So if you are a part of a great template membership or even have access to great templates through things like Creative Market, then you can grab templates that fit into Canva, which I mentioned earlier, to create your graphics. And I feel like having some of those memberships keeps fresh, regular templates that aren't being overly used in Canva. So it's a nice thing to have because it's probably going to range anywhere from $15 to $50 a month. And you're going to be able to get all of their templates as well as fresh templates that they add every month. And then it makes it super easy to then take that and pop that into Canva and have some unique things that you can utilize for your business, so it doesn't start to feel like your content's popping up everywhere and starts to look the same as everyone else's. And then last but certainly not least is having access to stock video. Stock photos are still working perfect for a lot of areas of our business, but having some stock video is really going to help alleviate the need to have to show up all the time. As we continue to see video be the primary form of content for everyone's business and for every single platform, we need to have some alternatives sometimes to be able to share tips or have something kind of fill in for the times in which we can't, or we don't have time to make a video because our business has grown more so now than it has 6 months ago. So I love to utilize stock video. I personally have my own stock video shop that I created simply because I needed to have some alternatives to when I couldn't show up, or maybe I didn't have a behind the scenes video that I could share because I forgot to record one. So I needed to have something that would help me fill in so I could still do reels, I could still share content, I could still let people know when I have discounts or tips and information that are extremely important to them building their business. So I utilize stock video. So those are all of the favorite things that I have that I'm using right now to run my business. I mean, these are things I'm talking about I use on a daily, weekly, monthly, every single time basis. And these are my favorite tools. So if you have any questions about any of these tools or how I might utilize them, let me know. I'm always happy to share any information I can do to help you grow your business and get crystal clear on your path to having great content.